Hi guys, I'm Brad from Supercar Driver Training, lead instructor, and today I've got a bit of a special vehicle for you. This might look like standard Tesla Model S, but it's not. This particular car is what they call the Plaid. It only comes in left-hand drive, unfortunately, so for the UK it's not that convenient. And most of the cars come with a yoke steering wheel. So in this one we've had that changed to the standard steering wheel. Makes a big difference. You'll also note around the car, you've got the chrome delete, and instead you've got the black trim. Gives it a more sleek look. Now you can also get what's called the track package for this car. It costs £16,000 from Tesla, and it can be retrofitted after you buy the car. As standard, the car comes with steel brakes, which aren't that great, I'm going to be honest with you. But if you upgrade to the carbon ceramics, it actually gives the stopping power that you need for this kind of horsepower. Now this car is quite immense. It has 1,020 brake horsepower. It's incredibly quick. Now Tesla say the car will do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. In reality, real world, it's not. It's around 2.3, but that's still incredibly fast. To get those kind of speeds from another vehicle, a Chiron, you're spending multi-million pounds to get the same kind of performance. Now, 0 to 60, this will actually outpace the Chiron and many other hypercars. Interiors are quite nice in the Teslas. They are quite simplistic, but this has got a very nice soft seat, which again is very comfy if you're doing long journeys, but not great if you're trying to make the car perform. With 1,020 horsepower, you can very easily take off, and these don't hold you in place at all. So if you're planning to use this car on the track, I would suggest you get some kind of upgraded seat. Now, Tesla don't offer any kind of upgrade, unfortunately. But if you were going to start tracking this car regularly, that's the first thing I would do. Internally, it's pretty much the same as all other Teslas, apart from a few things in the infotainment system. If you go in here, you've got your different modes, your chill, your sport, your plaid. Then you've got the special Dragstrip mode. Tells you here exactly how to do it. It's all very straightforward. Like lots of other cars, brake, accelerate, and off you go. You've also got your track mode, and you can then customize the car and how you want it to perform. Now, of course, if you change the traction to all the front, you're only going to get 300 horsepower because that's where the motor is on the front. It's got 300 horsepower. So you ideally want to keep it at 50-50 unless you're trying to do some drifting or something funny. Regenerative braking, this is something I don't really like, to be honest. So I always try and keep it nice and low. And then the stability, again, you've got 1,000 horsepower and you have to remember that. So I would always put it down slightly, but not too much, because this car can snap on you very quickly. Other than that, the car has all the standard features most Teslas have, including the autopilot and the auto steer and these other things that lots of people use. I'm not really that into these. So guys, obviously all of these Teslas are left-hand drive. All of the Plaids. They don't make a right-hand drive Plaid available in the UK. So if you're interested in getting one, you're going to have to go with the left-hand drive. But for me, as a racing driver, all of the hypercars and racing cars that I drive are all left-hand drive. So for me, it makes absolutely no difference. For other people, it's going to be a problem. But the Tesla does have some really good features. So in the app, you can actually park the car in a really tight spot and then actually bring it out in the app, which is a really cool feature. So if you're in a tight spot at home and you need to get the car out of it, I would suggest using the app. That's something I didn't even know that was available. Well, we've got lots of different driving modes, including track mode. And we've got Dragstrip mode, which is what they used to call cheetah mode in the previous Model S. So in this one you can put it in Dragstrip mode, and then it tells you on the dash how long you've got to wait for the battery to condition. So it's saying 7 minutes. And then what you have to do, it's quite simple. You simply brake boost the car, which means you put the brakes on fully, hit the accelerator, the front of the car drops down, and then you can take off. And in real world situation, real life, you can expect 2.3, 2.4 0 to 60s. If you want a prepared surface, you know, a real drag strip, and you didn't have any passengers in the car and the tires were already warm, yes, you can expect 2 seconds 0 to 60 time, or even a 1.9.
but in the real world, you're going to be looking at a 2.3 in reality. Now, I'm running the car currently with the heaviest steering wheel setup because that's what I prefer, because they do feel a little bit disconnected. Great cars in many, many ways, but you do feel slightly disconnected from the steering in the car. That's one of the problems that I find with it, at least. The single biggest letdown for this car is the brakes. It's a real problem, and I'm going to be honest. Even if you go for a spirited drive down a country lane in this car, because of the immense power, you can get up to really high speeds fast, and these brakes just aren't up to the job. The problem with the brakes is that they're just standard steel brakes. They're not perforated discs, they haven't got special pads, and they're just not up to the job. So a couple of hard brakes and they're already overheating, telling you on the dash, you know, slow down, the brakes are overheating. So if you're going to get a Plaid and you plan on driving it quick on country lanes or taking it to a track on the odd occasion, 100% you must get the upgraded ceramic brake pack. They also do a full track pack, which includes another set of wheels and tires, which aren't road legal, and the ceramic brakes. And then it also enables you within the system here to play around with the track mode slightly more and turn off the traction control and, you know, make the power go more to the rear or more to the front. But because it's electric, of course, if you do that, you can expect obviously to have less power, because in reality you've got 680 odd horsepower on the rear axle and you've got the rest on the front. So if you do that and you put more bias to the rear, then you're going to lose some of the power from the front, so you're not actually going to get the full 1020 brake horsepower. Everything else about the car is what you can expect from a Tesla Model S. It's got the full autonomous driving, it's got the fast charging. Obviously in around 30 minutes you can get to 80% from 10%, which is great, and it's got lots of other cool features, like when you're charging it you can play games and watch YouTube and whatnot else. So, you know, it's a really good, competent car, but it is massively let down by its brakes and the handling. Okay, it's a very heavy car, and you have to always bear that in mind. So it's not going to handle like a Porsche GT3 RS. It's not going to handle like a track car, because it has those big, heavy batteries in it. So you can't expect it to be nimble on a track. But for what it is, it's a great car. And for 100 grand or less, wow, you can outperform pretty much anything on the road any day of the week in any conditions, because the traction control system is also very good in this car. You'll have to excuse my ignorance because I'm not 100% sure, but I have recently been looking at potentially purchasing one of these cars, and they're actually offering free supercharging for life with the car as well. So for someone like myself that can spend upwards of £1,000 a month on petrol for various supercars, to be able to drive this for free is a massive bonus. Now, if you were looking at getting one of these on a PCP, for example, you only have to put a £200 deposit in. You don't have to put 10% like on most PCP deals. And for around a £100,000 car, you can expect to pay £1,400 to £1,500 per month. Now, if you take into account that all of your charging is therefore free thereafter, I think it's a no-brainer. As a day-to-day car, it's great. It's very comfortable, it's big, you've got a big boot, you can get 350 miles range, it fully charges in 30 minutes. There's really not many downfalls to it. So the only thing I would say, if you're going to be that guy that wants to take this car on a track or have spirited drives in it, you 100% need to get the carbon ceramic brakes and the track pack setup. The only other small downfall for me are these seats. They just don't hug you enough, and if you are really throwing the car around, you do feel like you're going to fall out of the seat. So again, that's something else, but unfortunately you can't buy an upgraded seat from Tesla. You would have to get that retrofitted. Not ideal. But again, if you get one of these and take it on the track, I'm guessing you're not going to be taking it on the track on a regular basis. Maybe every now and again for a bit of fun, but you're going to be using it on the road as your day-to-day car. and for that, it's great. So I'm going to give the Tesla Model S Plaid an 8 out of 10, and that's a really high score, but I think they've really done a great job with this car, and it's very impressive. I'm going to be honest, there's not much else you can get for that kind of money at that speed. Thanks for watching.